And, whoa, look at Magoo. Magoo streaks into the...
Thorpe's got basketballs. They lock handlebars as they go through, but Thorpe's done.
Here comes Bradshaw to the outside of Bale. He takes over the number 2 position, and Bradshaw is not done.
And he does not get the whole shot. He is lost in the pack. Scott Burnworth on the Suzuki gets the whole shot. Is the number 1 plate of Johnny O'Mara, the white number 1 plate on the Honda. Johnny O, the defending Supercross champion. And right behind him, number 4, Brock Glover. A great battle of superstars of motocross, challenging the Supercross stadium here at Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego. That's Johnny O'Mara, Clint Hardick, and Brock Glover. Watch Glover now to the inside make his move. Scott Burnworth. Glover wants the lead, and he wants this overall championship. Winning the first moto, he wants the second moto win. He's not going to settle for anything less, and he's got to pass Scott Burnworth. Can he? The battle in the pack now. Johnny O'Mara, Clint Hardick, Ricky Johnson's moving up. Who says you can't pass on a Supercross track? Now watch this. Watch Glover. Totally tenacious as he comes into this turn. Takes the inside. But watch the power, the traction Burnworth gets, and he regains the lead. Great action. Glover's not giving up. Glover catches him again, takes the inside. Is that it for Burnworth? No, it isn't. Burnworth is hanging on. Glover still wants that lead. He is going all out just for that first place. And look, the pack is still within striking distance as Ricky Johnson has moved from 7th all the way up to what looks like 4th place now. Johnson's in 4th, challenging Johnny O'Mara on the number 1 white plate. And O'Mara now is caught up to Burnworth. A phenomenal race here at San Diego. There's Brock Glover now. It looks like he's in for a victory. And Ricky Johnson riding wild, has moving halfway through the race. Ricky Johnson now has caught Burnworth. Now up into 2nd place. Johnson going all out, says, I want the win. Johnson tries the inside. Glover knows that Johnson's right on his tail. 2 teammates, Yamaha riders, Ricky Johnson and Brock Glover, both from El Cajon, California. The crowd is going nuts. Swapping it sideways through the whoops. Ricky Johnson not letting off one bit. Can Glover hold off Johnson? All Glover has to do is stay right ahead of Johnny O'Mara for the overall win. But right now, Glover's riding all out, trying to handle Ricky Johnson. Ricky Johnson riding WFO. He wants the win. Johnson flying sideways over that finish line, making himself known. Glover knows there's a lot of pressure, and they're pulling away from the pack now. Johnson now through the whoops. He's a specialist in the whoops. Tries a different line. And Glover's pit crew is saying, you are being pressured. Faster. Through some more whoops. Johnson tries the inside. Doesn't make it. Now Johnson. One more time on the inside. He's getting closer. He's trying to figure out mid-air. Watch this section of the track. Ricky Johnson just about lands on Brock Glover. Takes over the lead. Now RJ on the way home to the checkered flag. Brock Glover here. He goes off the course. Ricky Johnson crossed the finish line first. Here comes Johnny O'Mara. Hands up in the air. 2nd place finish right ahead of Brock Glover, who just made one mistake. Glover now.
Jeff Ward, Mission Viejo, age 26. Mickey Diamond, 23, Placentia, California.
Rick Johnson, 23, El Cajon.
Ron Lachine, 21, from El Cajon, California.
Brock Glover, El Cajon, California, 27 years old.
And the key drops for the main event from San Diego. And out in front, local boy, number 2, Ricky Johnson. But there's a collision, Dave.
The first turn pileup. Leask and Dubacher among the 8 riders down.
And they battled earlier in their heat. All right, the running second, Factory Yamaha. And third, Jeff Ward, number 1. You can see him right there back by Stanton. And Lachine pressuring Stanton, trying to get into fourth spot. Ron Lachine, the third part of that triple riders from El Cajon, the El Cajon zone that you call, Dave. Brock Glover, Ricky Johnson, and Ron Lachine. But right at it is Johnson in front. And Diamond putting the pressure on.
And through the whoops, there's Lachine. Lachine passes Stanton into fourth.
So Ron Lachine goes to fourth. Here's the lineup. Number 2, Ricky Johnson. Look at what the corner workers are waving him on. This guy is an acknowledged crowd favorite here tonight. It is Johnson in front, Diamond running second, Wardy third, and Ron Lachine fourth.
And they are taking already 2 different lines. There's that outside berm line, and there's inside groove line.
Ricky Johnson and Diamond both suffering from some ailments this week, David.
Mickey Diamond has had the flu all week. Ricky Johnson, who just cleared that triple, here comes Ward. Ricky has had food poisoning last.
Wardy going for second. He's got second.
Oh my! Mickey Diamond loses his rhythm, goes to the outside, and he gets past so quick.
He looked like the little girl whose head spun around on The Exorcist when both Lachine and Ward went by him. So it is Johnson in front, Ward second, Lachine third, and Diamond a disgruntled fourth place.
Lachine's not happy with third. He's pressuring his teammate Jeff Ward.
Yes, he is, and he will do that. There is no love lost between these guys when they're on the track. It is ask no quarter, give no quarter between Ward and his teammate Ron Lachine. So Johnson in front. If Johnson's just will to win will prevail, he'll win tonight because Wardy is looking awfully strong, but Johnson has got that desire to win here, and it's going to be an interesting main event.
Here comes Wardy, and he's coming on strong, a new line to the outside.
Johnson to the inside, Ward to the outside, Ward passes, can he hold on? Yes! Johnson wobbles on the top of the tabletop.
Johnson tried to block him on the inside, came up short. Wardy with a smooth fast line on the outside, totally cleared that tabletop.
Unbelievable pass by Ward. He is out in front. The crowd is not happy about this. And now the question, will Johnson hold on and dog Ward looking for a mistake, or will he fall back and let Ward have the victory?
Already passing slower riders.
Jeff Ward, number 1, about 5'6", 160-pound bundle of muscle out of Mission Viejo, California. He is tough, no question about that. He's in excellent physical shape. Nobody trains harder than Ward. He half squats over 435 pounds. Massive thighs. Johnson in second, Wardy in front. Ricky Johnson come from behind and past Jeff Ward. With just a few laps left in the main event here at San Diego's Jack Murphy Stadium, Wardy is leading. Johnson trying to reel him in.
And Johnson looks a little sloppy here and there. Wardy, look how smooth he is over that tabletop. Johnson comes short. And Johnson's got different lines, but I'm not sure what's happening here. Now Johnson moves to the inside.
Johnson comes up on Wardy. Wardy blocking. Wardy looks good. He looks unbelievable. Johnson comes back to the inside. Now Ward, coming up on traffic, will try to use that traffic to block Johnson. Here's Johnson to the outside. Wardy to the inside. Again, the 2 separate lines. The track, beautiful here at Mickey Thompson's race. This race produced by the Mickey Thompson Entertainment Group. They do off-road races all over the world. And the track is staying together extremely well. Here's Wardy flying over the jump. Johnson staying right behind him like a shadow.
Over the big double, through the whoops, now the big triple.
It is Wardy's race all the way at this point, using the other traffic to block beautifully. He passes a lap rider. Johnson's got to go to the inside and go around him. Go to the outside now. Go around the other rider.
Johnson got held up there. Not good at all. He's got to look down the track a little bit more. He's got to play it smart.
This show produced by John Bradley Entertainment, and a good show it is, a good main event, as Wardy continues to frustrate Johnson. And the crowd, the near-capacity crowd, is upset about this. They want to see Johnson win.
Wardy's taken some great lines, and he's making it look very smooth. On the other hand, Ricky is very fast through the whoop-de-doos, and look at him come on.
But Johnson's still suffering from food poisoning, Dave, and he's got some problems. He's trying to reel in Ward and just can't seem to do it.
I don't know if he's got the strength. We know one thing. The strong man out front is riding precise. The fastest part of the track right here. Get your wheel back on the ground, upshift to third, fourth gear, over the big double. Outstanding flight.
They are flying literally 50 to 60 feet through the air. They're 25 to 30 feet up. Boy, they're going to have to go for oxygen mask before too long.
Inside move. Johnson, a great move there.
Trying to move up. He's got a couple of feet on Wardy, but Wardy continues to lead in this main event at San Diego.
But Johnson saw a new line there. Wardy's taking the outside there.
Rick Johnson, number 2. Jeff Ward, number 1. The crowd's attention focused on these young riders. And Wardy does not clear the plateau.
And RJ takes the outside line, and look at the triple, and he gains at least 20 feet on.
Unbelievable. Ricky Johnson responding to the cheers, the accolades of the crowd, has suddenly turned up the wick.
He is watching Jeff Ward. Jeff Ward, though, has eyes at the back of his head.
That's right. Roy Turner, the Kawasaki race manager, has a one-way radio to both Ward and Lachine. He's sitting in the press box feeding them information, and Johnson is a little frustrated. He sees that aerial on the back of Ward's helmet. He doesn't like that at all.
Ricky trying to take different lines, and Jeff Ward seems to know where Ricky is without looking back.
He does know, because he's got Roy Turner up in the stands telling him exactly where Johnson's trying to pass. Johnson going on the inside, Ward on the outside. Here comes Johnson, putting the pressure on the crowd, starting to go crazy. Johnson putting the pressure on Ward. He goes to the inside. Look at that, locks up the rear wheel.
Amazing pass block. What a move.
Unreal, a beautiful pass block. The crowd is going absolutely insane, and Wardy is suddenly frustrated.
It's not over yet. Ward still has some very fast lines. Ricky Johnson has traffic now.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings, but right now Ricky Johnson is singing out in front. He's putting the traffic. A beautiful move there, David.
He moved right in behind Eric Kehoe and right in front of Stanton, and now he's out in front, and Ward's got to contend with Kehoe.
Oh, that was a frustrating move by Johnson to Ward. He used the other traffic. Now the white flag out, and Johnson is in front, and the crowd responding. Everybody's going crazy here in San Diego.
8 turns to go to the checkered flag, and here comes RJ.
The final lap. Can Wardy catch Johnson? That's the question. And Johnson is on the gas. The crowd cheering, standing, waving him on, and Johnson is looking good.
Normally on this last lap with RJ leading, he'd be showing off, doing a little bit of showboating, but not right now.
Nope. It's all right down here, the final lap, and Johnson knows that. He knows that it's right there in front of him. The checker flag is coming out. He's got to hold off Ward. There is no time for showboating.
Oh, you know Ward is very frustrated right now, but he's still riding very smart.
He's staying behind Johnson, staying right within sight to look for a chance to pounce. He's waiting for a mistake by Johnson, but Johnson, I don't think, is going to give him that mistake this time.
2 turns to go right now.
Ricky Johnson, number 2. The crowd standing, cheering, waving this guy on. They want him to win. He lands hard. He jarred his ancestors on that landing, and look at Ward come up on him, looking for a mistake. Johnson going for the checker flag. He's got it. Johnson wins it. Ward comes over in second, and Ward is frustrated. No question about it. Oh, he waves.